I want you guys to welcome Charles Garner. Come on out. He is a local strength and fitness professional here in the Tennessee Valley. Good morning, Charles. Good to see you. We're happy to have you.
Meet you.
Now, he is also the mind behind Synergy Strength, a service motivating you to get healthier and stronger.
Synergy
I love
Strength
it.
Systems.
Yes, Synergy Strength Systems. Of course, we've got, what do we have here? We've got some powder and a hat and, of course, some whole food protein. He's going to be here to talk all about it. So how did this come about?
Well, I've been in the Huntsville area for about 20 years doing fitness. Like I had started in college. And my passion for fitness really just came about from my own experiences being a young high school athlete, you know, playing tennis, doing taekwondo and things like that. And I wanted to get better for myself, but then later I realized, hey, maybe I should try and help other people. And so I've been doing that ever since. I've been to school at Oakwood here in town. And just, you know, that's how I got my start.
Lovely. It's certainly a passion of yours, I can tell. It started with a life change of your own, and now you want to help other people. First and foremost, so with that, helping others, what kind of services do you have?
Well, at Synergy, we do everything from working with high school athletes to people in the older age range as far as fitness goes there. So we have a lot of range, and I'm also big on recovery as well. I want to make sure that everybody is getting recovered from their workouts.
Yes.
So that's something that we're big on over there.
How do you make sure that you are, you know, kind of making those plans and thinking about the person, like you said, different age ranges, and figuring out what each person needs?
Well, we have an onboarding process. You'll be able to find that on my website. One of the things we like to do is take everyone's goals in mind, because everyone's goals are different.
Yes, absolutely.
If you're 15, your goals are going to be different than when you're 75. So, I mean, I can't train a 75-year-old like I can a 15-year-old.
Absolutely.
There's going to be a lot more that they can do versus a 75-year-old, depending. Now, we do have outliers. There are always outliers. We'll have one of those coming in soon who I would consider an outlier in that older age range. And then as far as those 15-year-olds to 25, they're pretty much up for anything, because most people are like, hey, I want to do it, let's go.
Yeah, they're eager, I should say, you know, ready to get in there. And I'm sure, though, that, you know, no matter what project or what plan you have set up for them, they're going to see those differences, and you have the resources to help them out. I want to go ahead and talk about this.
That's just a piece of the puzzle.
Just a piece
That's just a piece of it. These are, you know, your proteins and things of that nature. That's something that a lot of people are always interested in. And just the easy way of getting that in is I like to do a 4 split as far as the your meals go. Everybody likes to do the 6 meals. Sometimes 6 is a little bit much for people.
All right.
So I like to have people do 4 meals a day, and we try and break that up in about 30 grams per meal. That way, it's a nice base to start. And as you increase your activity, then we can increase your protein and carbs.
That's what we're going to have to dive into a little later, because I start hearing you talk about those numbers, 30 grams of protein, and counting, you know, making sure you're counting your calories, counting your grams, and all that kind of stuff. I know that can also be difficult for some people, but that's where you come into play. So I know that a lot of people are definitely excited to work with you. Now, you're pretty strong and, you know, of course, good-looking guy. So, you know, with your backstory, it all started with you, like you said, taking some taekwondo. Do you still practice?
No, I'm done with that. I got into bodybuilding in my 20s, then graduated in powerlifting and things of that nature. Decided, you know, while I was doing that I was like, you know what? I'm going to spend more time working with people. So that's what I bridged into, because I realized trying to just get ready for shows and things of that nature took more time away from working with people, which is where my real passion was. So that's where I ended up.
And some people need some real motivation. You know, what do you say to encourage people if they're new into their own fitness journey or, you know, recovery journey? You said you also help people with recovery as well.
I usually tell people enjoy the journey, because that's what fitness is. It's a journey, not a destination.
There you go.
You don't get there and just stop. You have to keep going. You have to find other ways to motivate yourself, you know, friends and things like that, have a good support structure in order to do that.
I want to know, because I would say I'm going to talk about my own backstory. I grew up in high school. I got into weightlifting, and just enjoying it. It also made me just want to pour more into it. Like you said, instead of trying to reach a number or that final destination, it's just about enjoying the journey. And then that makes you feel good as well. When you see your progression, then you start to naturally see those numbers go up. You start to naturally see your body, change, because you're going to see that progress.
We'll have to get you in the gym, Ryan, and see what you can do. Since you say you like weight training, we'll have to see.
I do.
We'll have to see what your deadlift and squat and overhead press
I'm not gonna lie
things
to
of that
you.
nature is.
2018, I'm Polk County weightlifting champion. So in my weight class, so
we'll definitely have to see how that works out.
That was back in the day. That was back in the day. Now it might be a different story, and I'll definitely need your services probably now. What are some things folks should pay attention to? I gotta ask when it comes to nutrition. How about that?
Just making sure that you are tracking. Sometimes, and not over tracking in the sense of where you're maniacal with it, because a lot of times that can ruin your relationship with food. So just keep it simple. Keep it simple.
Okay.
Portion size. One of the things that I like to do is have little containers.
Yeah.
And I just say, okay, I've got my 30, 40 grams of protein here. I've got my carbs here. I've got that weighed out to about the same.
Yeah.
And then I have some veggies on the side.
Definitely, kind of like some meal prep. You want a meal prep for the week, so you know that you have everything that you need to, fuel your body, especially when you compare or pair it with those workouts.
Right.
Awesome.
Keep it simple. That way you don't stress out about it.
Awesome. Charles, you are going to stick around with us for a little while in the show. You're going to be right back. But before we go, somebody out there has heard, I want to get involved. Please let the people know where they can find you.
Well, you can find me on my website, synergystrengthsystems.com. And my number is 256-683-0775. Apparently, they have it on the screen. I was not prepared for that. I was thinking I was just going to talk, but apparently they're putting everything up for you guys to see there.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Charles.